This is lesson 13, selecting a good sample. As you learned in lesson 12, sampling is a central concept in statistics. Examining every element in a population is usually impossible. So research and articles in the media typically refer to a sample from a population. In this lesson, you will begin to think about how to choose a sample. Unbiased is a sample that accurately represents the entire population. Okay? Biased is a sample that has one or more parts of the population that are favored over others. A TV programming manager wants to conduct a survey to determine which reality TV show is the favorite of viewers in a certain viewing area. He is considering the three samples shown below. Draw an X through the two samples that would not fairly represent all the people in the viewing area. Well, sample one, 100 people that are trying out for a reality show. This would be no, because these people are biased because they're trying out for the reality show. Sample two, 100 people at your middle school. This is no, because a lot of these, it's only 100 people. And it's just in the middle school. A lot of the kids here watch reality shows. Every 100th person at a shopping mall. This is the one we want, and that is because you don't know who that 100th person is. So it has a very fair way of doing that. So now it says determine whether the conclusion is valid and justify your answer. Okay, and I just did. A random sample of 50 students at a middle school shows that 10 students prefer listening to rock. So 50 students, 10 people prefer listening to rock, 15 students prefer listening to hip hop, 25 students prefer listening to no music while they exercise. It can be concluded that half the students prefer to listen to no music while they exercise. Is this valid and why? The answer is no. Okay, and the reason is that the sample is too small. Okay, the sample is too small. The next example that we have is a radio station asks its listeners to indicate their preference for one of two candidates in an upcoming election. 72% of the listeners who responded preferred candidate A. So the radio station announced that candidate A would win the election. That's the answer is no there as well, and that's because it's only one radio station. Okay. Now, for here, what I'm going to do is suppose you wanted to learn about the lengths of the words in the poem Casey at the Bat. And we're reading this in class. It says you plan to select a sample of 8 words from the poem and use these words to answer the following statistical question. On average, how long is a word in the poem? What is the population of interest here? Well, the population of interest are the words in the poem. So in class, we're going to look at the poem Casey at the Bat by Ernest Thayer. Now, if you're not here, then I will give you the poem, okay? And it says, and select 8 words you think are representative of the words in the poem. Record the number of letters in each word you selected. Describe the sample that you have collected. Well, I did that. My sample was this. There, while, thousand, ball, bat, strike, muscles, and grow. Now, counting the letters in each one of these, I have 5, 5, 8, 4, 3, 6, 7, and 4. So to average these, if I add all these up and I divide by 8, because that's how many words there are, I have 5.15. So these would have a mean, so these words would have a mean of 5.15 letters. Now for number 3, it says a random sample is a sample in which every possible sample of the sample size has an equal chance of being chosen. Do you think the set of words you wrote down was random? Why or why not? I thought it was random. Because I tried to use some small and large words. Okay. So now for here, even if you're absent, you're going to need to do this on on your own because we're going to be doing this in class. It's a group project here, and we're going to need to do this with the in class. Actually, I think we can do this. Hang on a second. All right, for this, what we would do is our pink has letters or numbers, identifying a group number. So the first pick I've got is line 12. And word 14. Which is place. Next, I have line 18, word 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is sped. Then I have line 5, word 9, which is money. Then I have line 26 and word 12, which is the. Oh, sorry. Let me go back. I can find it now. This was 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had sped. And 4. In place. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so let me fix that real quick. Okay. Sorry, guys. So let me pull the next one. We've got 21. And I had word 1, which was his. And I had place here. Sped. Money. And his. Or the, sorry. All right, so then I had line 7. And I had word 3. Or sorry, 4. And it was set. And I had, let me see, I had line 28 and line 10, or number 10, which was again the. And then I had line 22 and word 14, which was flu. So now when you add these up, I had the letters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 3, 3, 3, wow, 3, and 4. So the next thing it says to do is to record the 8 words you randomly selected, describe the sample. Okay. So who described that sample? Okay. Compare the sample from question 2 to the sample in question 4. Where's my question 2? Okay. My letters are smaller. My words are smaller. And question 4. let me take the mean. So I have 5, 4, 5. How many threes do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4 threes. And a 4. Let me add all those up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is going to be 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 26, 30. When I divide that, okay, I get 3.75 for my letters. Okay. So my sample has a mean of 3.75. Okay. So here, comparing my sample mean is less than example 2. Okay. Now question 5 states, the actual mean of the words in KC at BAT is 4.2. Compare your samples from question 2 and 4 to the population mean. Do either of your samples accurately represent the population? The answer is no. How do I know? Because question 2 has a mean of 5.15, and question 4 has a mean of 3.75. Okay. Random samples are important so that the information is accurately stated. Okay. And that ends our lesson for today.